Everyone sits in the prison of his own ideas. He must burst it open, and that in his youth, and so try to test his ideas on reality. The tragedy of life is what dies inside a man while he lives. One should respect an honest person even if he expresses opinions differing from one's own. Art is standing with one hand extended into the universe and one hand extended into the world, and letting ourselves be a conduit for passing energy. Marriage is but slavery made to appear civilized. Understanding physics is child's play when compared to understanding child's play. Matter is spirit reduced to point of visibility. I'm not an atheist. I don't think I can call myself a pantheist. The problem involved is too vast for our limited minds. We are in the position of a little child entering a huge library filled with books in many languages. The child knows someone must have written those books. We owe a lot to the Indians, who taught us how to count, without which no worthwhile scientific discovery could have been made. When I have 1 week to solve a seemingly impossible problem, I spend 6 days defining the problem. Then, the solution becomes obvious. The most incomprehensible thing about the world is that it is at all comprehensible. Be a loner. That gives you time to wonder. We will never be able to solve the problems of tomorrow with the thinking of today. The intuitive mind is a sacred gift. Truth is what stands the test of experience. Where there is love, there is no imposition. A new idea comes suddenly and in a rather intuitive way, but intuition is nothing but the outcome of earlier intellectual experience. My only genius talent is inquisitiveness. Dostoevsky gives me more than any scientist, more than Gauss. I am happy because I want nothing from anyone. I do not care for money. Decorations, titles, or distinctions mean nothing to me. I do not crave praise. The only thing that gives me pleasure, apart from my work, my violin, and my sailboat, is the appreciation of my fellow workers. The true value of a human being can be found in the degree to which he has attained liberation from the self. Nature hides her secrets because of her essential loftiness, but not by means of ruse. The ancients knew something, which we seem to have forgotten. The universe is stranger than we imagine. All meaningful and lasting change starts first in your imagination and then works its way out. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Put your hand on a hot stove for a minute and it seems like an hour. Sit with a pretty girl for an hour and it seems like a minute. Only a monomaniac gets anything done. To raise new questions, new possibilities, to regard old problems from a new angle, requires creative imagination and marks real advance in science. I want to go when I want. It is tasteless to prolong life artificially. I have done my share. It is time to go. I will do it elegantly. My sense of God is my sense of wonder about the universe. The faster you go, the shorter you are. Bear in mind that the wonderful things you learn in your schools are the work of many generations. All this is put in your hands as your inheritance in order that you may receive it, honor it, add to it, and one day faithfully hand it on to your children. Laws alone cannot secure freedom of expression. In order that every man present his views without penalty, there must be spirit of tolerance in the entire population. Our technology has surpassed our humanity. The individual who has experienced solitude will not easily become a victim of mass suggestion. Morality is of the highest importance, but for us, not for God. So long as there are men, there will be wars. All that is valuable in human society depends upon the opportunity for development accorded the individual. The only way to escape the personal corruption of praise is to go on working. One is tempted to stop and listen to it. The only thing is to turn away and go on working. Work. There is nothing else. We should take care not to make the intellect our God. It has, of course, powerful muscles, but no personality. Compound interest on debt was the banker's greatest invention, to capture and enslave a productive society. What you can't imagine, you can't discover. I want to know what God thinks. The rest are details. It would be possible to describe everything scientifically, but it would make no sense. It would be without meaning, as if you described a Beethoven symphony as a variation of wave pressure. Every day I remind myself that my inner and outer life are based on the labors of other men, living and dead, and that I must exert myself in order to give in the same measure as I have received and am still receiving. Reason is intuition's servant. Stupidity is a personal achievement which transcends national boundaries. Given the millions of billions of Earth-like planets, life elsewhere in the universe, without a doubt, does exist. In the vastness of the universe, we are not alone. The world will not evolve past its current state of crisis by using the same thinking that created the situation. After a certain high level of technical skill is achieved, science and art tend to coalesce in aesthetics, plasticity, and form. The greatest scientists are artists as well.